In my previous video, I talked about the TEDx talk given by Dr. Lara Boetz about the neuroplasticity and neuroscience. So I have always been fascinated by the topic of neuroscience and neuroplasticity, as well as how does our brain functions, how does our brain correlates all the human parts, human body, and functionate so well. So for me, the greatest engine that ever has existed is our whole human body, because it has the tiniest cells that forms whole systems and that performs the works as well. And I am also really fascinated about the topic of brain neuroscience, neuroplasticity, as I mentioned earlier. And I want my brain to be sharper, obviously, as we all of us want our brain to be strong and healthy, so that we could have that power of memorization and that brain capacity. But in today's generation, I really couldn't see that kind of development of our brain as it used to be in the previous time or our previous generation. And the most causes of this reason is simply here in front of me, which is the screen time. Let's say the adoption of using mobile phones or any artificial devices in the evolving era of technology. So from the past 2 years, I have also been addicted with phones. I generally accept the fact that I am also addicted with phone. I also have my screen time of 10 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, I don't know, sometimes in vacation times it may exceed even that time, that much hour of screen time, but I am also addicted to those. And this generation is also really addicted towards the phones and towards this such devices. So that is the main affecting factor for our brain. And I am also that victim. I mentioned that. In my 2 years of high school, I have always been using phones for any part of my works. And when I was still in my hostel, that I wouldn't be allowed with the cell phones or mobile phones. So by that time, I grew up without using such phones or devices. But in my high school, 2 years of high school, I was allowed it. And after when I completed my 12th, in these recent 3 months, I have been totally addicted towards the phones. I've tried to quit these apps for many times, but I couldn't. So what is the real agenda behind this? It is because exactly those tech companies are designed systems such that it really makes addicted to us. They hire the greatest neuroscientists or greatest tech experts to design the algorithms based on what our mind is exactly thinking and what our mind really wants to next scroll. Because the next scroll, what we want is exactly predicted by them, by their algorithm, so that it makes us feel again to scroll the another algorithm. And that makes me myself feel awful with me myself, because why am I not controlling from me this? Because I'm the only one responsible for my scrolling what I want. I already mentioned about I can control my mind, then why I'm not being able to control the way I spend my time? That is exactly because these tech companies are designed, or these tech companies design these apps so much powerful that they make us addicted. And from the past 3 months, I have tried to uninstall and delete those apps and be away from these apps for a time, but I am not being able to do for a single day. I have uninstalled these apps for many times, but I have not been able to reinstall. I have not been able to do that thing for even one single day. So I generally, today also I did the same. While I was waking up in the morning and scrolling throughout my phone, I thought of why I'm doing so. So let's uninstall this app. So I usually take much time in using the Instagram, because I don't have Facebook either TikTok in my phone. I only have that kind of app, which is Instagram. So I'm really addicted to that app. And today I tried not looking that app, but instead I scroll down. But instead I use that app in my laptop, which was just for even 1-2 hours, but that was my thing. Okay, and till now I have not reinstalled that app, so I'm grateful. But we have to think. What I wanted to say is our generation is being cooked by the tech companies, that they want us to use those apps and consume the more data information that are not useful for us, that releases dopamine for a certain period of time, only to feel disappointed or only to feel that give that dope amount of thing for us. So I am trying, and we must also try, and we must also give time to think that what are we doing, is it really being great for our brain or not? And I'm also trying, and I want you all also to try. Thank you.